Hey everybody, welcome to the Masters Fantasy Show, brought to you by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, I'm joined by the Masters crew, Dynasty Owl, the Doc. What's up, guys? How you doing today?
Doing great.
Yeah, excellent.
Good stuff. Glad to hear it. As always, we're coming to you guys with the Dynasty Trade Spotlight Series. Hand-selected a few of my favorite. We're going to pass those along. Right before we do, if you're looking for a place to play Dynasty or redraft football, we got it all. Starting June 1st, we run redrafts every single night till kickoff. Also, over 600 Dynasty Leagues. Never folded a single one. With that said, let's jump into this, man. First trade popping up. We got Justin Jefferson for Zach Moss, the 1.2, and a future one. I know Justin Jefferson's really hot now, but is that too much?
I don't think it's too much. I actually might prefer the Zach Moss 1.2 side, just because I feel like realistically 1.2 has a good chance of netting you Jamar Chase, who I think is a better player than Justin Jefferson is. And honestly, with all the rumors about the Vikings like wanting to move up and get a quarterback, I mean,
and then they took one
second, early third. That too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But the fact that it seems like they're maybe out on Kirk Cousins, I mean, it just seems like that whole situation is going to progressively get not as good for Justin Jefferson. Same with Adam Thielen getting older. Those kinds of things I think hurt Jefferson, whereas Chase, who I think is a better receiver, he will be in a better situation too, in my opinion, soon enough. And Zach Moss is a starter. As unsexy as Zach Moss is, I mean, he's a starting running back right now.
On a great offense, too.
Yeah. And I think he's going to have a big season if he's able to stay on the field. So I'm going to go with that side.
Yeah, I agree. Good chance that 1.2 is Jamar Chase, like you said. And I'm in a not a Masters league where I have Justin Jefferson. The rookie draft already happened. I tried straight up to get Jamar Chase for Justin Jefferson, and they said no thanks. So to get the 1.2, which could be Jamar Chase, plus a first-rounder, plus Zach Moss, who we'd like this year, yeah, I think that side, sure, definitely could have more value.
And, man, I really want to pick the other side just to be different. Yeah. But I'm with you guys, man. I'd rather have Chase with Burrow. And I don't know, like long-term, I get a Jefferson maybe the better wide receiver. If he spends like 3, 4, 5 years with subpar quarterback play, he's going to be in trouble. I mean,
right.
So with Jamar Chase, you don't have to worry about it at all. Zero.
Right.
All right, interesting. Although, if you get Jamar Chase at 2,
right.
We'll see. All right, next trade popping up. We got KJ Hamler, really the 1.4 and the 1.6 for Tyreek Hill in the 8 and 9. What side you taking?
Go ahead, Al.
I'm going to go the Tyreek side. I do think the 4th pick does have a ton of value because to me there's kind of a big 4 this year and then it drops off. So you're losing out on the 1.4, but I mean to bring in Tyreek, you're still keeping 2 top 10 rookie picks as well because you're getting back the 1.8 and the 1.9. So I'm going to go with that side. It's going to suck. You're probably going to miss out on like ETN or someone there at 1.4, but Tyreek's potential, legit the number 1 receiver possibly. So
yeah, I would agree with that. I think 8 and 9 and 6 are basically similar. I like that. There's going to be a similar group of guys there, and you're going to end up with a solid player at 8 and 9. 4 obviously has value, but yeah, I agree. Hamler and 4 isn't quite enough for me to make that trade and get rid of Tyreek Hill. As much as I love Hamler, I just don't see his role being too great on that offense, and I'm pretty sure he strained his hamstring again today, so that's a problem for him.
Yeah, and no chance.
Yeah, Hamler did. Well, I guess that's an issue for Tyreek too. So those speed guys, yeah.
And no chance it's a big 5 with Javonte.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love Javonte too. We'll see how. I think every rookie draft's different. There's people who love Devontae Smith. There's people who love Jalen Waddle.
Williams,
I just keep looking at maybe a big 5. I don't know. We'll see. I'm with you though. The 4 seem to be set.
Yeah.
I was just throwing
that. There are wild cards too.
Right.
There are
Lawrence, Pitts. I mean, all these kinds of things. It could be way different in every draft. So
because I'm sitting at the 6 and 7 in one of mine.
I think that's a great spot to be.
And I'm looking at like Waddle and Devontae Smith, or if someone took Javonte or didn't, I would take him there too.
For sure.
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
But I'm loving sitting at the 6 and 7. I feel great about it,
Mm-hmm.
and I think both those guys, have the upside of any of the other guys. Kind of.
Yeah.
It's
close.
I
agree. Yeah. Totally.
All right, then the final trade popping up here. I got a doubleheader in one of our Silver Super Dynasty Leagues. A couple young guys on one side. We got actually all young guys, but Jordan Love, Cortland Sutton for Rondell Moore, Laviska Shenault. What side you taking?
Wow. I'm gonna go with Laviska and Rondale Moore. I really love both those guys. I think Sutton's really good too, and Love. I mean, there's probably a good chance he's playing, maybe even this year. Even though the Packers seem to say they're not gonna trade Rodgers, we'll see about that. But I think just with that uncertainty at quarterback, and I'm not even super sold on Love anyways. I'm gonna go with Moore and Shenault there.
Yeah, and I agree, especially because our Masters leagues here, they're all one quarterback, and that off chance they don't trade Rodgers at all and everything works out, or they find a different replacement for Jordan Love, that just scares me a little bit. If it was super flex and the odds of then Jordan Love becomes a bit more valuable, so then maybe I swing that way. But I'm gonna go with Rondale and Laviska.
Yeah, kind of interesting to see Love and Sutton on one side.
Yeah, I feel like with Love too, it's not like the Packers' offense is like this great system where any quarterback could just slide in. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, we've been saying for a long time, they just have no weapons, and he's been kind of willing them to victories. I just don't see Jordan Love putting up similar numbers.
Yeah, I don't see how the Packers front office keeps saying the kid's not ready.
Right.
Which I understand, but he's a first-round pick.
Yeah.
He's got to sit for a year
Yeah,
behind Aaron Rodgers.
Picked him. How is he still not ready?
Now or never.
Yeah, I just feel like most guys don't get that luxury when you're drafted that high. Come sit, learn from Aaron for a year. Yeah. So to me, if he's still not ready, then to me it was a terrible pick then.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, and then the meat of this trade here, been waiting to hear what you guys said on this one all week. We got Kyle Pitts for Kittle, a 1 and a 2. What side you take him?
So I'll go first because I've said it multiple times on the show. Even though I think you absolutely can make a case for Kyle Pitts as Dynasty tight end 1, my rankings still go, Kelsey and Kittle and then Kyle Pitts. So to get Kittle and a first and a second, I just got to go with Kittle, the proven talent. But yeah, does Kyle Pitts have the upside to pay off? Sure. But it's, all just upside right now. He hasn't played it down yet.
Yeah, I think with the Julio news, it's even more enticing, and with Kittle's history of injury, it's it's tough to not take Pitts here, but I'm going to also go with Kittle and the picks. Getting picks on top of it. When Kittle's healthy, he's probably the best tight end in Dynasty in terms of value right now. Yeah, and I can't justify giving all that for a guy that, as much as I love him, hasn't played it down yet. So I'm going to go with Kittle as well.
And I was all prepared to take Kyle Pitts. I guess I'm kind of sipping the juice on him now. Listen to you guys talk, though. The guy's never played yet.
Right,
man.
and not that he can't hit best case scenario.
But
literally
he very
to
well
win that
could be,
to win that trade by getting Kyle Pitts has to hit best case scenario and be the tight end 1. Where if he's if he's just a really good tight end, then you lost the deal because you gave up a really good tight end plus a first and a second.
Right. Very tempting, but
and I don't know how good Dream Team's team is, but if Pitts doesn't get off to a great start, all of a sudden that first and second, start to be like a lottery pick.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. All right, guys, real quick. We're going to pop up a few trades here at the end of the show. Stay tuned and watch those. Also, thanks for watching. If you could, hit the like and subscribe button. Any last words, guys?
I do have some last words.
Go ahead.
How come you never throw my trades in here?
I don't know.
every week I make a trade. I'm like, wait, and be like, oh, we're going to get to talk about that this week.
I got you next week.
All right, there we go.
I got you next week. All right, guys, thanks for watching.